Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to explain about fractions. So what is a fraction? Fraction is nothing but a part of a whole. So let me explain by using a figure. Now if this is a whole part, if I take a part of it, if I take a small part of it, so this is nothing but a part of the whole thing. A part of a whole thing. So it is called fraction. Now fraction is represented by a number. Like for example, if I have taken a number 5 and I am separating a number by using a horizontal line and 6 at the down. So this is a fraction. Now this above number is called numerator and the below one is called denominator. Now I am going to repeat once again. Fraction is nothing but a part of a whole. Now a fraction is represented by a number separated by a horizontal line. For instance, let us take a figure. This figure, this whole part, I am dividing into 4 parts. So let me shade this part of it. Now how many parts it has been divided? It has been divided into 4 parts. So the total parts is denoted by the denominator, and the shaded part, how many shaded part how many parts I have shaded? I have shaded only one part. So that is going to represent it in the numerator. So the shaded part is nothing but 1/4 of the figure is shaded. 1/4 of the figure is shaded. Let me explain by taking another figure. Now this is a whole part. Yes, this is a whole part. I have divided into 8 parts. So the total parts is represented by denominator. So denominator represents how many parts you have done. Now if I am going to shade these 2 parts. Now how many parts is been shaded? Only 1, 2. So this 2 we are going to represent in the numerator. So numerator shows how many parts you have selected, and the denominator says the whole part is divided into how many parts. So let me explain the deep into the what are the types of the fractions. So let's learn about the types of fractions. Now we have types of fraction. So let me start with the first one, that is unit fraction. Unit fraction. Now the name itself says unit in the sense 1. So unit is representing 1. So a fraction having 1 in numerator, a fraction having 1 in numerator is called unit fraction. Example, 1 by 5, 1 by 9, 1 by 10, etc. So remember, any fraction having 1 in numerator is called unit fraction. Next, proper fraction. Proper fraction. Proper fraction is nothing but a fraction having numerator smaller than denominator. For example, 3 by 5, 4 by 9, 6 by 15. Let me explain. Now here you can see that numerator value is smaller than denominator. Numerator value is smaller than denominator. So in such sort of fractions are called proper fractions, and this value is always proper value. Proper fraction will be always less than 1. Always less than 1. Let me show by using, now I have taken 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 3 by 5 represents that their whole part is divided into 5 parts, and among this I am using 3 of it. Now see here, the shaded part is nothing but 3 by 5. So this 3 by 5 is not going to represent the whole part. So this, always remember, proper fraction value will be always less than 1. So let's move on to the next one, that is improper fraction. Improper. So this is just quite opposite to the proper one. Now you have seen that in proper fraction, numerator is smaller, but whereas improper is just opposite to that. Numerator will be bigger than the small denominator. That, for instance, 10 by 3, 15 by 7, 20 by 9. So here numerator will be bigger than denominator. So you can see here 10 is bigger than 3, 15 is bigger than 7, 20 is bigger than 9. So here improper fraction value is always greater than 1. Why? Because here the numerator is bigger. For instance, if I take a square which is divided into 3 parts, now this square can be represented either as 1 or total parts of it is 3. If I am going to select the 3 parts, 3 by 3, but it can't be 10 by 3. So 10 in the sense it is more than the whole part. So always improper fraction value will be greater than 1. Yes. So next you have like and unlike fraction. Now what is this like and unlike fraction? So like in the sense similar, unlike in the sense not similar. Let me give an example of like fraction. So like fraction is nothing but a fractions having denominator same. For instance, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 11 by 7, 6 by 7. So you can observe that the denominators of all these fractions are same. So such sort of fractions are called like fractions. And what about unlike fraction? Unlike is just opposite to that, opposite to like fraction. Here the denominators will be different. For example, 9 by 17, 6 by 15, 4 by 9, 3 by 18. Now you can observe that all the denominators are not similar. So such sort of fractions are called unlike fractions. So as of now I have completed I have explained you unit fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction, like and unlike. Yes. So let me explain the next one. Yes. Before going to the next one, I just want to differentiate between the value of proper and improper. So do remember, proper fraction value is always less than 1, whereas the value of improper fraction is always greater than 1. Yes, so the proper value example I can give it as 5 by 9, 6 by 10, 7 by 15. So all the denominators will be greater than the numerator. And what about the improper fraction? Improper fraction, as I told you, numerator will be greater than the denominator. So 10 by 7, 15 by 8. So it can be 5 by 5 also. Why? Because see, I clearly told you proper fraction value is less than 1. Whereas in improper fraction, either greater than or equal to. Improper fraction value is greater than or equal to the 1. So in this case, when you have numerator and the denominator same, so this is nothing but this is equal to the whole part. This is equal to the whole part. So that is the reason improper fraction value can be greater than or equal to the 1. I just want to explain about the next equivalent fraction. So next is equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction. Now what is this? Now equivalent fraction is obtained either by multiplying or dividing with the same number in numerator and the denominator. For instance, if I take 6 by 7. Yes, so if I take 6, 7, if I multiply it with 2 in numerator and denominator, I am going to get 6 2s is 12, 7 2s is 14. So this is an equivalent fraction for the 6 by 7. Why it is called equivalent? If at all, if I divide this with the same 2, I am going to get the original one. 2 6 is 12, 2 7s is 14. So 6 by 7, I am going to get the original one. So this is called equivalent fraction. In the same way, if I take 6 by 7, if I multiply with 5 in numerator and in denominator, I am going to get 30 by 35. So this is an equivalent fraction for 6 by 7. So in the same way, you can find out the furthermore equivalent fractions by using the same method. The equivalent fraction of 6 by 7 is 12 by 14, 30 by 35. So in the same method, you can even find out the next equivalent fractions for any given fraction. So by this, I am going to end this class. So hope you have understood my content. If you have liked it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.